The waiting phase as immigrants is basically what it is when you're waiting for something to happen in your immigrant journey. This could be you waiting for your dream job. This could be you waiting for your dream house, your dream car. Maybe you waiting to live the life you've expected to live and to achieve all the things that you expect to achieve prior to entering that country. It might be basically you waiting for a breakthrough, waiting for that one miracle. Like it could be anything. And at different points in our journeys as immigrants, like we might realize that we are at different waiting phase. Like, okay, you've gotten your job, you're waiting for something else. You've gotten a house, you're waiting for something else. Like, it could be anything. In your waiting phase is something that you cannot shy away from. It is something that would eventually happen to everybody. Like, at some point, we would all experience waiting for something in our immigrant journey. And sometimes when we're waiting for certain things, we might have to do things that we are not even happy with just to make ends meet. Like, for example, if you're waiting for that dream job, prior to getting that dream job, as an immigrant, you still have bills to pay. And because you still have bills to pay, you might be subjected to doing the jobs that you don't want to do because you're still in your waiting phase. You've not yet gotten what you really want. I'm also an immigrant and I've also experienced this waiting phase. And this is just how I have dealt with my waiting phase and how I've dealt with it in such a way that whenever I'm in my waiting phase, I am not too sad. I'm not discouraged. In fact, I'm even encouraged that, okay, this would come to an end no matter how long I'm in that waiting phase for. First of all, I go into my waiting phase fully prepared. What this means is that even before going into the waiting phase, I already know that I'm about to enter my waiting phase. Let's take, for example, my Canada journey. I already knew I was going to go to Canada at some point, and I knew, okay, everyone was saying that it was very difficult to get a job in Canada. So what do I do to increase my chances of getting a job in Canada while I wait for the job to come? Prior to even entering that waiting phase, I've done my research, I've gotten certified, I've done everything that is within my power to make sure that I am giving myself the best winning chance when I get there. I'll try to understand what is within my power and eliminate everything that is within my power that might cause a hindrance to my success, so that when I go into that waiting phase, instead of my waiting phase being long, I might have done all I can do to shorten my waiting phase. And even if that waiting phase ends up being very long, at least I know that I have done all that is within my power to make sure that I am getting the best possible outcome during my waiting phase. So basically what it is I'm positioning myself to achieve the things I want to achieve once the time is right. Secondly, I always maintain a very positive mindset. Now, I am someone that is always positive. Like, no matter how negativity is oozing all around like me, like no matter how a lot of people are speaking negatively and are trying to tell me that things will not work out, I don't know how, but I have been able to affirm to myself at different occasions that my case will be different. You know, when they say speak positively and have positive affirmations, like, it's not for fancy. When people say that, it is not something that you're just doing just for doing sake, because it has a way of triggering your mindset and shifting your mindset to always expect positivity around you. Like, I've always told myself at different points in time, like, even if people go there and fail, I will go there and succeed. Even if 1 million people are failing at that thing and it's only 1% that is succeeding at it, I would be among that 1%. And this positive mindset is what has seen me through my waiting phase, because I know that no matter how long that waiting phase is, I would come out on top. I would overcome. My own case would be different. Like, if there's anything you're picking out from this, I just want you to always tell yourself that your own case will be different. There's even power in the tongue, and you should recognize that there's power in the tongue. Don't proclaim difficulties on yourself. Don't tell yourself things are hard. Things are not hard. They are going to work out in your favor. Like, things are very simple for me. Things are going to move amazingly well for me. It's not hard. So maintaining a positive mindset is something that has helped me go through my own waiting phase at different points in my life. Thirdly, what I do is to work on my backup plans. Basically, what it is that prior to entering the waiting phase, I have prepared myself for the waiting phase. So when I'm in the waiting phase, I'm waiting for the outcome of my preparation, right? So while I'm now in my waiting phase, I now start to work on my backup plan just in case this thing that I'm waiting for does not work out or does not come at the time I want it to come out. So what that does is that while I'm working on my backup plan, it distracts me from my waiting phase. Like, I don't even realize I'm waiting for something because I'm working on something else. Does that make sense? Sometimes you can do all that is within your power to achieve something, but it might still not work out. And if that is the case, that thing doesn't work out, at least you've spent your time working on an alternative that is ready for you to just kick it in and activate. So you are not left hanging, you're not left stranded, you're not left overwhelmed and discouraged and depressed. I always have a backup plan, and I want to encourage you as well to always have a backup plan. Finally, what I do is to pray. I never shy away from the fact that I love the Lord, and the Lord has always been seeing me through. If you feel like my life is working amazingly well, it is because God has my back. It's because I always go to the place of prayer and just drop everything at God's feet. Like, even if I'm maintaining a positive mindset, how long can I maintain a positive mindset for? If things are not working at the timeline that I want it to work out, how long can I stay strong for? I need God to keep me together, to help me to just stay strong. Honestly, I also encourage you to pray. There is nothing too hard for God to do. There is nothing impossible for God to do. Sometimes if you're praying for something and it doesn't work out at the time you want it to work out, maybe that is just God's way of telling you to wait, or maybe that is God's way of telling you that, my child, this is not for me. And also praying helps me to align myself with what God's will is for me. So pray about it. Pray about it. Pray about it. I hope that this video has encouraged you in one way or the other to keep trying. Regardless, like, no matter how long your waiting phase looks like, it would eventually come to an end. It will come to an end. Anything that has a beginning has an end. Anything that starts would finish. So it might look like you're in this waiting phase for a long time, but very soon you would see the end of that waiting period. It would definitely work out in your favor. Just hold on tight to God and just stay strong, and everything will work out eventually. Thank you guys for watching, and if this is the kind of content that you like, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share and comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.